Speaking of the lottery, if you dig a little deeper into pensions and how much people actually need in retirement, I think many people will think, oh my God, I need to essentially win the lottery to retire. Can we just start with a real big question of how much does a person need to retire?
And so when I tell the answer to this, I think you've got to notice what your own reaction is, because some people want to run a mile and bury their head in the sand, and think that I'm not saying it correctly, or other people I think can sometimes be a bit frozen. But it's, if you work out what you want every year and times it by 25, that's a good ballpark. So if I wanted 10 grand a year, I'm going to need 250 grand. If I want 20 grand a year, I'm going to need 500,000. And so when we're hearing at the minute people, these rich people with a lifetime allowance problem of £1 million, these people actually are on incomes of around 40 grand a year. So I think there's a huge disconnect, isn't there, about with £1 million sounds a lot and 40 grand sounds quite normal.
Yeah, because the lifetime allowance is the limit where if you exceed it, you get taxed quite aggressively, right?
Yeah. So right now there's no tax, it's scrapped. But before that it would be 55%. And well, who knows? It's thought if we have a new Labour government that will be reinstated. But yeah, I think there is £1 million sounds a lot, but 40 doesn't.
Yeah, well, that's it. So the idea is there that a pot of £1 million would produce a sustainable income of about 40 grand a year that would hopefully last you so you don't run out of money towards the end of your life.
Exactly.
And 40 grand a year doesn't sound that much, does it, T?
Not really.
You know, I mean...
Not with my lifestyle, no.
Spend that on lunches. So, you know, like, I think most people want their life to be better in retirement. I think many people think, I'm going to work and then in retirement, that's my golden years.
Or some people just start discounting to make themselves feel better. Or when I'm retired, I won't have a mortgage, the kids will grow up, we'll have one car, not two. But they don't think that actually you're on a 7-day weekend.
Yeah.
And so
you actually you sat at work, you limit yourself from spending money. Whereas if you're in, you know, when you're on, a good example is like when I book time off to be with my son, I just hemorrhage money because it's like, I've got to do stuff. I don't want to sit and watch TV all day.
No, it's like the newspaper can only bring you so much joy.
Do you find that people spend more in retirement than they think they will then?
I think people go two ways, that they feel quite liberated if they've done good financial planning, or some people just can never switch themselves into spending mode because they've lived their life in accumulation mode, and then it's too much of a head to actually switch into spending. So part of my job as an advisor is to give people the confidence in retirement to actually spend, because it's in my client base, see all extremes, and it's so sad if you don't get that balance right. It's so sad if you work too late and don't take advantage of those years when you can travel and have fun. And it's so sad if you blow it all in Ibiza in year one and haven't got anything left.
Yeah, but it'll be a great year. Great year, though.
He had a very good first year in retirement, put it that way.
What a guy.
Yeah, my kind of guy.
Starting to Ibiza tops off.
I'm never going back to work. Guys, trust me, there's so much more from Lisa Conway Hughes on pensions. To watch a full episode, click here. You will not be disappointed.